Well, this is a fairly typical example of what a lot of people face at the front of their property, the driveway. It's an old concrete one and it looks pretty sort of unappealing. The driveway is often the entrance to your home, and if it doesn't sort of appear welcoming, then the whole effect of whatever you do is ruined. So what do you do with this? Well, you can spend a lot of money trying to fix an old drive like that, but really this is in quite good nick. It just looks a bit tragic. And there are some new techniques. So this whole driveway really will look not only new, but quite different as well. Now, you could spend $8,000, $10,000 or more on a brand new driveway. This will cost a fraction of the price. Oh, David, that looks absolutely fantastic. You must be very happy with it.
Yeah, thanks very much, Don. It's it's come out really well. Both my wife and I are extremely happy with it. It's very pleased indeed.
And looking at the heights of good taste, the actual bands of colour there match the colours in the concrete really beautifully.
Yep, piece of luck there, Don. No, we sort of we tried to combine the two materials together so that it would work nicely, and yeah, I think we've achieved what we set out to do.
Oh, it's so welcoming, man.
Would you like to come in for a cup of coffee, or?
Would you? That's all right. A Pom offering you a drink. It was Birmingham, wasn't it? You
Birmingham, exactly. Actually.
So what's
Have you ever been to Birmingham?
Yeah, oh, we spent about 6 years in Birmingham one night. The steps involved in reconditioning the driveway were as follows. First thing is to use a thing called a concrete mower to grind down the surface and expose the aggregate. Then cuts were made in the driveway with an angle grinder, and a Kango hammer was used to chop out the bits that were to be filled with the stone. The actual stone used is called porphyry stone, and 4 rows of it were put in, set into mortar. Now, bottom line, if I did this myself, roughly as an average mug, you know, what's it going to cost me?
Well, you could do it for certainly less than $1,000.
Because you can rent one of these machines?
Yes.
What's it called?
It's called a concrete mower.
A concrete mower. Then it's a matter of either renting or using your own angle grinder and renting a Kango hammer. And under $1,000 you can transform an old driveway into one with these lovely bands on it. That's fantastic. You're a landscaper. Roughly, one of the options to keep this drive could have been to put the faux bricks, in other words, some sort of a stenciled thing over the top of this and do fake bricks or whatever. Roughly, what would that have cost me?
I think with faux brick, you'd be looking probably at a minimum of $7,500 to $8,000.
And this is under one?
This is under one if you do it yourself. A contractor will charge you more than that, but maybe sort of $1,500 to $2,000, but it's still a significant difference.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
No, look, I think you're to be congratulated. What a cheap solution to an ugly old driveway.
Thank you very much.
Well done.
Thank you.
And coming up after the break, one of Australia's greatest cricketers, Gregory Stephen Chappell, cricketer extraordinaire, and as I understand it, gardener extraordinaire as well.
Porphyry Pearl was a popular sparkling wine in the early 1960s. The Pearl refers to the sweet style of sparkling wine. Production stopped in the 1980s when people turned to drier wines.